the frame.
Whoa! Hey, Jesus, man. Why don't you watch where you're going, eh?
You want to start some
And watch your language too, eh?
Oh, piss off. Keep walking, dickhead.
Can you stay here?
Yeah.
I know.
You right, old man?
What's your problem, dickhead?
What's my problem? Give you one of those, you fucking little... Eh? Eh?
The movie begins with the introduction of our main character, Ray, who is also the story's central protagonist. Ray works under his boss, Freddie, a man who seems deeply involved in shady businesses, including gambling. At the start, Ray has a tense meeting with Maddie, one of Freddie's close associates.
I got Maddie. Freddie. Yep.
Love, I'm sorry, mate. Okay, thanks, Freddie.
Yeah, mate. Next time Freddie tells you to do something, mate, just do it, huh?
I know.
This sudden act shows both Ray's ruthless nature and his determination to maintain control. Later that night, Ray goes to meet Freddie at a nightclub to collect the money he is owed for a previous job. Unfortunately, Freddie doesn't have the cash at the moment, most likely because he lost it in one of his reckless gambling sessions. Instead of paying him directly, Freddie offers Ray a different opportunity. He tells him to collect $10,000 from a man who owes him a debt and says Ray can keep the entire amount as his own. Ray, however, doesn't take Freddie's words without adding his own terms. He calmly tells his boss that if he is going to handle the collection, he deserves an additional $1,000 as payment for his effort. Freddie agrees to this deal and assigns one of his men, Nick, to accompany Ray and make sure the money is collected without issue. The two men then drive to a place called Ashfield to find the debtor, an older man named Terry.
Who the f*** are you? The money! I'll give the money, okay? I'll get it at the end of the week.
No, now.
I don't have it. Please, sorry. Mate, don't.
How long you been married, Terry?
12 years. There's a couple of hundred in here. I can go to the ATM and get some.
You live in Kirribilli. You stay here with him, mate, all right?
Where are you going?
I'm going to Kirribilli.
No, look,
My job's to make you sorry you didn't pay when you had the chance.
I've got the money.
Yeah?
I just have to go get it, okay?
You don't want to keep this, do you?
The next day, Ray takes a quieter moment for himself and is seen walking his dog in the park. There, he crosses paths with a woman named Allie, who is also walking her dog. The two strike up a light, casual conversation, and it is clear that they feel an attraction toward each other.
I'm Allie, by the way.
Ray?
Ray.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I probably should get back to...
Get on
Sorry,
with it.
get back to it. Okay.
Yeah, it's important work. See you later.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, I'll catch you around.
Come on. Stay up.
Gotcha.
Later, Ray visits his young daughter Brittany, who currently lives with his ex-wife Jacinta. Despite the separation, Ray makes an effort to spend time with his child. He even takes Brittany to see his brother Bruce, who she affectionately calls Uncle Bruce. Bruce is warm and loving toward Brittany, often spoiling her with gifts, which shows how much he cares for her.
I think I got this for you.
Thank you.
I've seen it, it's pretty good.
Is it? It's your kind of film.
Yeah, it's up my alley.
Yeah, come on.
So how you feeling?
Fantastic. Anything happening in the chief's department? Ladies love it. As soon as I tell them I've got MND.
That evening, while Ray is on guard duty at a nightclub, his best friend Gary shows up to talk. Gary confesses that he has gotten himself into trouble at home.
Tat fan wanted me pornos, and I told her it was yours. I need you to come back and apologise to her.
For what?
For leaving the porno at my joint. Come on, man. I'll owe you. Can we go now?
Mate, I'm working. Dude, relax. It's a porno.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking hell.
She's just fucking...
Huh?
Shortly, Ray arrives at Gary's home and nervously admits to Tatiana that the DVDs are his. Tatiana scolds him and hands the DVDs back, clearly unimpressed. Ray later throws them in the trash, but once he is out of trouble, Gary secretly retrieves them from the garbage and sneaks it into his garage, without his wife noticing. The following day, Ray spends time with Brittany in the city. While walking, two rude teenage boys bump into Brittany.
And in the frame.
Whoa! Hey, Jesus, man. Why don't you watch where you go? Yeah. Right.
Keep walking, dickhead.
I'll get it off him later, all right?
Okay.
Ray keeps his cool for the moment and takes his daughter back to the car. However, when he later spots the boys again, his anger boils over. He tells Brittany to stay inside the car, pretending he is just going to buy a newspaper.
You right, old man?
Ray unexpectedly runs into Allie again. This time, she was on duty out in the streets. During their conversation, Ray learns that she works as a paramedic. Wanting to take their connection further, he finally gathers the courage to ask for her phone number.
I'll give you my number.
Sweet. Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Honey buggers. Is this a real number or a...
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Sorry. Gotta go.
All right. Cool. Call you.
You do that.
The story then shifts to a business owner named Luke Henson, finishing up his morning jog and heading back toward his car. Just as he reaches it, Ray suddenly appears out of nowhere. With a firm and threatening presence, he forces Luke into the trunk of his own car. From there, Ray drives him deep into a quiet forest, far away from anyone who could hear or see what is about to happen.
Let's go.
You got the wrong guy, all right?
You're Luke Hanson, aren't you? Dig.
Have you got kids? Huh? Can you just not bury me?
I gotta bury you, mate.
No, so they won't. Can I leave a note? Can I just leave a note?
The moment highlights Ray's violent lifestyle and the dangerous line of work he is stuck in between. On a lighter note, the following morning, Ray spends time with his daughter Brittany at home. While sitting together, Brittany innocently asks her father if Santa Claus is real. Ray struggles in this moment because lying is not something he is good at, especially not to his little girl. After a pause, he decides to be honest and tells her that Santa Claus is completely fake.
I don't even know where the whole Santa thing comes from.
Is Jesus real?
Yeah, look, I never met the guy, but...
The Tooth Fairy? What about unicorns?
No, unicorns are real. I could hear this noise. Like, there's this unicorn.
Were you scared?
Not long after this sweet but awkward father-daughter exchange, Ray gets an unexpected visit from police officers. They summon him to appear in court regarding the brutal beating of the two young men he had attacked earlier. As a consequence of this violent behavior, Ray is ordered to attend anger management therapy sessions. This adds yet another complication to his already troubled life. That same evening, Ray shows up at Freddy's nightclub, a place fittingly called the Playhouse. Freddy has news for him, and it's not good.
What does that mean?
Well, we thought he was the guy. He owed Willie 60 grand, so we thought it was him.
So I killed the wrong bloke.
All right.
Luke said to give this to you if anything ever happened to him.
What?
After that grim confrontation, Ray spends time with Allie. The two go on a pleasant date, getting to know one another more deeply. During their conversation, Allie opens up about her past, sharing that she was married at the young age of 21, but that the marriage ended in failure. Ray responds lightly, saying she dodged a bullet by not being trapped in a lifelong unhappy marriage. Their chemistry grows stronger throughout the evening, and by the time the date ends, they return to Ray's place. There, their bond becomes physical, and they share an intimate night together. The next day, Ray's world is thrown into chaos when he receives a sudden call from the hospital. His best friend Gary has been put into a coma. Ray rushes to the hospital immediately, where he finds Gary's distraught wife Tatiana and her brother Vasily.
They say there might be brain damage.
Hey, come on. So what happened?
Then these guys come in and they bash Gary, take the guns. I don't know, they had mask on, I can't see face. And while we do deal, they bash Gary and they take guns.
So what's the name of the guy you're doing the deal with? How come they didn't bash you?
Because I didn't have the guns. I got one of them good though. I'm punching him at...
How's your hands? Your hands all right, man?
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah? Okay.
That night, unable to shake off his doubts, Ray confronts Vasily directly at his home. He beats him violently, demanding the truth. At first, Vasily denies any wrongdoing and continues to stick to his story.
See that? Huh? That's what your hand should look like.
But everything else is true. I swear on life of my family. Ray, I'm Gary, brother of law.
Or I'm gonna cut your dick off. You're gonna spend the rest of your life walking around with a stub where your cock used to be.
Terrified by the threats, Vasily finally gives in. He admits that he and his partner Hassam had deliberately set Gary up. However, they hadn't expected the ambush to go so far, or that Gary would be beaten so severely. Enraged by this betrayal, Ray forces Vasily to call Hassam to arrange a meeting. When Hassam shows up, Ray immediately pulls a gun on him.
Well, start talking.
It was Vasily's idea in the first place. He came to me a couple of days ago, said we should rip him off. But your friends got some balls and he put up a good fight, you know.
They got names?
If I tell you, will you kill them?
Ruthless and determined, Ray hunted all the attackers one by one, sending a clear message that no one harms his friends without paying the price. The following morning, Gary finally wakes up from his coma. Weak but grateful, he thanks Ray for standing by him and taking care of things while he was unconscious. For Ray, the relief of seeing his best friend alive again is clear, though his troubles are far from over.
What'd you do to him? Bit of this, bit of that.
Can I owe you one?
I'll add it to the list. So you still moving jewelry?
How much you want to spend?
30.
Later that day, Ray drives over to his ex-wife Jacinta's house to spend some time with his daughter. But instead, trouble awaited him when Jacinta angrily confronted him. She berates Ray for telling Brittany that Jesus is not real, especially since she and her new husband are raising the little girl as a Christian. To Jacinta, Ray's words undermine the way they want to guide their daughter. Ray, however, doesn't back down. Calm but firm, he replies that he simply told Brittany the truth. He adds that he does not want his daughter growing up believing in tales and fantasies. Their conversation ends in frustration.
Matches your own.
Finished.
Beautiful.
Jeez, man.
You right?
Careful, Britt. Stay away from that glass setter.
You right? I'm gonna lift you up, all right?
She certainly is, mate. All right, I'm gonna get you out of here, mate, so I can clean this up. All right? You all right?
Afterward, Ray attends his second session of the court-ordered anger management therapy. For him, therapy is not about self-improvement, but more of a necessity, since the only other option would be prison. Yet even with that mindset, his first experience does not go smoothly.
Ray, do you want to get us started?
My name is Ray. I'm 40.
And why are you here?
Oh, I'm Bash the bloke.
Carlo, do you want to go next?
Yeah.
I think I'm in the wrong room.
What's your point?
Well, no offense, but I don't really want to sit here with a bunch of wife bashers and child beaters, you know what I mean?
Did you say?
No,
tough boy. Damn!
Outside, please.
You all right, mate?
I'm good, man.
Look, if you can't take this seriously, then I'll be recommending jail time instead.
Later, Ray meets with his boss, Freddie, who delivers unsettling news. The men Ray had beaten up earlier, the ones he thought were responsible for Gary's coma, turn out to be part of a crew connected to Freddie's family. They belong to a gang led by Davros, who happens to be Freddie's son-in-law's brother. Realizing the situation could escalate into something dangerous for business, Freddie orders Ray to sit down with Davros and smooth things over before it grows into a war. Meanwhile, trouble brews elsewhere. Still caught in his reckless lifestyle, Vasily, Tatiana's brother and Gary's brother-in-law, spirals further out of control. High on drugs, he breaks into Gary's house, planning to rob the safe.
Garage? Yes. Go. Go, go, go. Open it.
I don't know the combination. I'll write it down somewhere. Let's go. Let's go! Come on. All right. If it's not there, then... I'm positive it was up in the top one, but she moves things around all
The tense moment drags on until Ray bursts onto the scene, knocking Vasily off the stairs and disarming him. During the struggle, Gary manages to grab hold of Vasily's gun. In a panicked attempt to end the threat, Gary shoots, and it appears that he has put a bullet straight through Vasily's skull. At that very moment, Tatiana comes home, walking into a scene of chaos. Both Ray and Gary panic. Gary scrambles to cover up the crime, insisting they should cut the body into pieces to make it easier to dump. Ray, on the other hand, focuses on hiding what happened from Tatiana. But then comes the shocking twist. As Ray prepares to chop Vasily's body into pieces, the man suddenly wakes up, gasping in terror. The bullet had actually only grazed his head, bouncing off his skull and knocking him unconscious.
Vasya!
Yeah, he held a gun to my head. He said, empty the safe downstairs or he was gonna kill me. Я пришел попросить деньги, но он пытался убить меня. Get out of here! Get out of here! Get out!
Wasn't dead.
Oh, thanks, Captain Obvious. You couldn't tell when you were cutting him?
You were down there?
Where you going?
The next day, Gary claims to have a surprise to show Ray and insists on driving him somewhere far away from the city. Ray, even though he doesn't like surprises, agrees to have patience and follow through.
Look the other way. Close your eyes, look the other way.
That's a Sterling.
No, that's a Patchett. You ready?
That night, Ray finally attends a meeting arranged by his boss, Freddie. The meeting is with Davros, a crime boss who also happens to be related to Freddie through family ties. Ray had previously beaten up some of Davros's men, and this sit-down is meant to ease the tension. However, from the moment it begins, things don't go smoothly. Davros refuses to even shake Ray's hand, immediately showing disrespect. Respect is something Ray values above all else.
So how is your friend?
Been better. No hard feelings.
Well, I'm afraid there are hard feelings.
Are there?
You can't go around bashing my guys.
But your guys can go around bashing my friends, can they?
I would have put them in the hospital myself. Did you know Freddie and I are family?
He does now. Come on, get up. Get up there.
You just keep your guys in mind, mate, okay?
Ray shows a much softer side when it comes to his daughter Brittany. No matter how dangerous his own life gets, Ray always makes time for her. He attends her school games and spends quality moments with her. Later, Ray and Allie go out shopping at a local supermarket. Everything seems normal until they return to the parking lot. As Ray tries to back his car out of the parking space, two men deliberately block his way.
What's your problem, dickhead?
What's my problem? Give you one of those, you fucking little... Hey? Hey? What? What the
At home, when Sally confronts Ray about what happened, he calmly defends himself. He tells her that he was simply doing society a favor by punishing men who act like bullies. In his eyes, violence is not only natural, but also necessary when dealing with people who abuse others. Allie, however, is left shaken, unsure of how to feel about the man she is falling for. The next day, Ray is at an anger management support group session, which he is burdened to stay at.
Well, if you had to guess, how many people would you say that you've assaulted?
Oh, it depends. If you respect me, I respect you. You know, if you don't, we got a problem. Yeah, so I was walking down the street with my daughter and...
Bashed him while your daughter was just standing there. Okay, well, how did you feel afterwards, after it all happened?
Fine. You know, if I hit somebody, I generally got a pretty good reason.
The world is full of assholes, Ray. You do realise that?
Yeah, and you know why? Because people let them get away with it.
So in your mind, you've done society a favour. Well, I guess on behalf of society, I should say thank you.
It's about time.
Oh, sorry.
G'day, mate.
Hi.
Hello, Brittany. I'm Allie.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Do you want to come see my room?
Sure, I'd love to. Lead the way.
How she ended up with you?
Did you do that?
Yeah. Are you gonna marry my dad?
That night, Ray's suspicions are proven correct when he notices Davros's men parked near his house, clearly keeping him under surveillance with their boss's order. Instead of avoiding them, Ray decides to take control of the situation. He cleverly lures the men into a remote and abandoned industrial area. The location is perfect, quiet, isolated, and far from anyone who might intervene. When Ray arrives at the old factory, he prepares himself carefully. He straps on a bulletproof vest and arms himself with the Pache submachine gun. Calm, collected, and ready for battle, Ray positions himself for the incoming fight. Ray drives home as if nothing happened. When he enters the house, Allie greets him. She senses that there's a faint smell of gunpowder or some chemical of some sort lingering on his clothes. Though she cannot identify it, Ray says it's just a smoke he had. Still, Ray says nothing about his job, and the dark truth of his actions remains unspoken. The next morning, Ray and Gary come up with what seems like a reckless plan. They decide to rob a local drug dealer, and for the job to work, they want Nick to be the driver of their car. At first, Nick agrees to the plan, giving them the impression that he is fully on board. After that, he excuses himself, saying he needs to use the bathroom. Once alone in the bathroom, Nick tries to make a quick phone call, but in his rush, he accidentally drops his phone into the toilet. Frustrated and out of options, he comes back out and pretends to be casual. He tells Ray and Gary that he is stepping out to buy some cigarettes. However, his real intention is very different. Instead of going to a store, he walks to a nearby public telephone booth and dials a secret number, attempting to report on the situation.
Detective Robert. So, Jack or a dog?
Jack.
We got a problem. One of us is a cop.
What's the matter, mate? You look a bit worried.
Go for a drive.
Good idea.
After you, man.
Ray and Gary quickly get him into their car and drive out to a remote wilderness area unsure of what to do next. Gary doesn't want to get involved in violence, so the decision falls entirely on Ray. For a while, it seems like Nick's life could end right there. But Ray, thinking things through, chooses not to kill him. He reasons that murdering a police officer will only bring him endless trouble, especially since Nick has not actually caught him doing anything too serious yet. In the end, Ray decides to let Nick go free, sparing his life.
Ray, what's going on, mate?
Not much.
Mate, haven't seen Nick, have you? No, he's probably just busy.
What are you talking about?
Me and a mate were going to do a job with him last night. We caught him trying to tip off his buddies.
He's a cop?
Yes, he's a cop.
Thank you. I owe you big time, my friend.
Not long after, Ray's problems take a sharp turn when he is suddenly ambushed and kidnapped by two professional hitmen named Dave and Bobby. These men have been hired by Davros, who wants Ray eliminated. They take him under their control, ready to carry out their job. But Ray is clever and refuses to give up so easily. He uses his quick thinking to buy himself some time. Calmly, he tells Dave and Bobby that he has a strong box hidden in a secret location. According to him, this box holds more money than whatever payment they are getting from Davros for killing him. The idea immediately grabs their attention.
So where is it then?
Other side of the Blue Mountains, eh? Might as well go get it, eh?
So what, we go get the money, we need to go raise that in? Bobby, get out of the car. What you going away?
What?
Not in there, you moron.
So you want to go and get the money?
Yeah, I want to go get the money.
To be there.
You
so...
just tell Davros that we run out of petrol.
Yeah, nah.
The two hitmen, greedy for the money, decide they will take the cash for themselves, but still hand Ray over to Davros afterward. They pretend to go along with Ray's story, thinking they are outsmarting him. Ray then leads them to the location of the strong box. Once they arrive, he tells them the box is real, but claims he cannot remember the combination to open it. Playing the situation carefully, he suggests they go buy a gas-cutting torch from a hardware store to break it open. Dave and Bobby agree to the idea, but don't fully trust him. They force Ray to sit locked inside the trunk of their car while they drive to the nearest hardware shop. Once they arrive, Dave gets out and goes inside the store to purchase the cutting torch. Meanwhile, Bobby, feeling relaxed, leaves Ray in the trunk and walks off to buy himself a pack of cigarettes.
How much?
119.
Oh, keep the change.
Where's the car, Dave?
I just went and got... I told you to stay in the car. Scan that, bro. Get the oxy. Oh, yeah. Get in the car.
Well, how do you reckon he got out the boot?
What?
Maybe he's hiding somewhere, eh?
Yeah, just shut the fuck.
The next scene reveals how Ray managed to vanish from Dave and Bobby's car earlier. In a flashback, we see two small-time criminals arriving at the parking lot outside the hardware store. They are looking for a quick score when they notice Dave and Bobby's unattended vehicle. Without hesitation, they steal it, unaware that Ray is trapped in the trunk. The crooks drive the stolen car to a local mechanic, hoping to sell it for parts. The mechanic examines the vehicle and tells them he will only pay once he has dismantled and checked all the parts carefully. Satisfied for now, the criminals remove Ray's strongbox from the trunk and walk away, leaving the car behind. Not long after, the mechanic hears strange noises coming from inside the vehicle.
Who the fuck are you?
Hey!
After several desperate attempts, Ray finally manages to break free from the trunk. Exhausted but alive, he slips into the driver's seat and takes control of the car. Hungry and disoriented, he eventually drives to a nearby takeaway restaurant. Inside, Ray comes face to face with the very same petty criminals who had stolen the car earlier. He noticed them because his phone rang in their hands. To his shock, he also noticed they have his strongbox with them. Quietly, he follows them outside, waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. What's up, Burn?
Something you want to tell me?
Dude, chill out.
There was a bloke in the boot of the Subi.
Where's the car?
I had to dump it.
Well, we didn't know, man. Hey, swear to God. Truth.
What's that?
That was in the car.
Oh, yeah.
Customer!
You right there, mate?
You got out of the boot.
No thanks to you.
Yours? Those two idiots stole the suit, brought it here.
Want some more?
It's outside the hardware, man. Outside the
Can I have my phone, please?
Yeah.
Without wasting time, Dave and Bobby drive him out into the woods where Davros is waiting. Once there, Ray is forced to dig his own grave. As he works the shovel into the dirt, Davros hands Dave his promised share of the payment for bringing Ray in. However, the situation quickly becomes tense when Bobby accidentally reveals that they also have Ray's strongbox.
Not personal, Ray.
So where's this treasure chest?
In the car.
Acting fast, Ray takes advantage of the chaos. Dave, however, is spared. Instead of ending his life, Ray chooses to let him go. The reason becomes clear in their brief conversation afterward. Dave and Ray come from the same kind of rough background, both shaped by hardship. Dave admits that he only took this job because he needed money to care for his family. His wife is expecting a baby boy soon. and he is desperate to provide for them. Out of respect for his honesty and situation, Ray allows Dave to walk free. In the closing scene, Ray digs graves for the dead bodies scattered. Meanwhile, he receives a phone call from Allie.
Are you still coming round?
Yeah. I just got some work shit to do though, so... I'll see you in a bit, eh?
Yeah.
Drained by the chaos, Ray stands between two worlds, one tied to family and friendship, the other shaped by violence and lies. His work forces him to deceive Allie and his daughter, even as his heart longs for peace. Yet once again, he survives the impossible, burdened by the shadow of his brutal life.